Hey, so welcome to part 2 and enjoy the rest of the video. I almost forgot. So I'm making my thing now. So I'm using a cinnamon stick, right? I didn't show you that earlier with Grandpa's food. And just a little salt. This is Himalayan salt, so a little bit. And I don't eat sugar, so I'm gonna show you what I use. I'm gonna use some dates, and I only use like this small amount sometimes of pure maple syrup. So I'm gonna squish the date with my hand. My hands are clean, of course. Squish it because I want to get the flavor out, so it's not bland. Because trust me, when you eat healthy, you have to make sure it tastes good. Well, at least for me, I make sure it tastes good. At some point though, when I was really sick, I was eating food that didn't taste that great because I just wanted to get better. So I'm making this for like 2 days. So I'm putting 2 dates. Normally I would put 1, but I need to stretch this out this time around. Example of stuff I don't like. I actually don't really like oatmeal like that. I really don't. I like porridge and stuff. But because of my health, I'm not doing like wheat. And like I said, I don't have any bananas here to do like a porridge for green banana and stuff. So oatmeal it is, and this is gluten-free. I eyeball these things, so for me, what I put in there is a little less than 2 cups, which I might need to put a little bit more. I can't eat too much of it either. I'll talk about my health later, what I'm trying to cure and everything. Another time, not later today. I don't know if it will be in this vlog, because I did talk a lot in the beginning. Like I said, also, because I don't want to overwhelm you with the talking, I think what I'm going to do, no, I don't think, we just put your questions in the comment section for whatever, like the spiritual stuff, or like the experiences, the paranormal, or my regular life, or the health stuff. You know, especially if you're not feeling well yourself and you need someone to tell you certain things. Trust me, I have a plethora of knowledge about health. So, like I said, I've been going through this for so many years. I've done my research. I'm a hardcore person. I go in with some strong will. I want to give this a little crunchy flavor or something since I really like oatmeal like that. I'm going to add some almonds, a small amount. So for what I'm working with, I am, like with the health issues, I can only do about 10 per serving, right? So I'm going to do 20 because I'm doing this for 2 days. I think I didn't put enough salt for 2 days worth. Trying to bring that flavor out, child. It brings the flavor out. I don't want to put nutmeg in here because I don't always like nutmeg, believe it or not. Especially if it was like a different type of porridge I'm doing for myself, I would do the nutmeg like a normal one. But it's not. It's oatmeal, and I just don't want to add that flavor to it. For some reason, I don't like it with oatmeal. I just don't like oatmeal like that. So if I'm going to do oatmeal, I want to make sure I do it to my liking. See, with mine, I can just mess around. I'm not as picky as my Jamaican people. So I can do whatever. Especially if it's for my health. I'm okay with stuff like that. Even though I said it has to taste good to a degree, you know, I want my stuff to taste good if it's gonna be healthy. But I'm still not picky. So this is a low FODMAP diet, so that's why I'm measuring things, but I can eyeball stuff, so it's okay. Especially if I'm serving it, I'm dishing it for myself, I can tell. So let's say I did overshoot a little bit, let's just say that. I can tell with the serving, so when I'm serving it. So I can stop and then have it spread out for 3 days. You know, add a little something to it and have it served for 3 days. It's fine. I didn't put the maple syrup yet. I don't want to. I feel like at the end it kind of brings out the flavor. If I do it now, I just feel like it kind of goes away. My opinion. Okie dokie. I have it on low because I like when the cinnamon stick soaks in. So I'm gonna go take care of my grandfather right now and collect the bowl that I made his breakfast. Like I gave him his breakfast, and so BRB, you can't get in there and see those things. Okay, I'm back. Later on, I have to cut this up so I can put it on him. you know. It's good to have in the house, aloe. I'm gonna cut it up and blend it and put it away. So we'll do that later. We're gonna just clean his bowl and tend to my food. Now, I'm making my grandpa sound like he's handicapped, but he really isn't. Can I tell you, if it wasn't for his back bothering him, he can do everything. At 98, he can do everything. He's still got it here. Mentally, he's intact. And apart from the lower back bothering him, and that's just typical. Anybody can have a bulging disc, a slip disc, you know, any of those things. So that has nothing to do with his age, you know, his back problem. Yeah. So he can do it, but because of the back issue and sometimes whatever else he has going on at times, that is why he needs the help. He, you know, I have to cook and clean and do certain things. He has an appointment today, but I don't think I can go out. And it's funny because I was looking forward to this particular appointment for so long, but because I started the treatment, I don't think I'm well enough to like leave the house yet, you know, despite me being able to do other things or having to do other things in the house that I have to do. That's different, you know. If I can help certain things, I should, because I don't want to be sick outside. I miss going on my walks though so bad. I miss it so bad. I think soon I'm gonna stop the low FODMAP diet because it's frustrating. Granted, I used to do things way worse than this, like way healthier, where it's just like for a long time. I think what happened was I did it for so long, like over 2 years of just a certain kind of diet, that I got so tired that I'm like, you know, I don't want to do it ever again. But I have the discipline to do it, but I did it for so long, I think that's out the window. Like, I don't want to do it for too long anymore. At one point, I had stopped eating even fruits because I noticed it would trigger certain things. So I stopped eating fruits just to heal. And that was like 2 years also. Like, I took out a lot of things on my diet. It was to the point that was it even like, is this even healthy? You know? And try it's like a counterproductive type of thing. And at some point I did get my certain things of my health intact, and I was able to eat again certain food, and I did it once in a while. I didn't do it all the time because I believe in balance, not to overdo something, and just have a balance and have some pleasures in life, because you should have pleasure in life. That's what it's about. You should not suffer trying to be one kind of way the whole entire time. What have you done, you know? So, but balance. I'm not saying go out there and just be reckless or just completely be stern in the health. Like, you should be healthy, but you should have some pleasures sometimes. That's my belief, you know? Balance. And I didn't do that the first time I got sick. I just went all in. As a Capricorn, we can do things in excess, and that's what I did. I still believe that you should do you should do everything full-heartedly, go all in for the necessary amount of time. That was not the necessary amount of time. I went too long. Trying to get the cinnamon stick around. I'm getting consistency that I like for this. I like it a little, like I said, a little liquidous for me. For some reason, that's just how I like it, but not too liquidous. See, it's getting creamy now. You know. And the cinnamon stick expanded, so it's pretty good. It's gonna get in there. I don't follow the packaging. I don't think any Caribbean, well, I'm not gonna speak for the Caribbean. I'll just speak for my family, or like Jamaicans, some Jamaicans. We like to make sure things are cooked properly and the flavors are incorporated. So even though the cream of wheat was like 2 minutes 2.5 minutes. I cooked it for like 16. I like cooked the hell out of it, you know, making sure everything gets in there and it's well cooked, because that 2 minutes doesn't look cooked to me. Like I don't want nobody's belly to, oh, that's probably not proper. I was gonna say belly to run. I guess you could say that in English. I don't want anybody's belly to run. Okay. To upset them, okay? I don't want their bellies to be upset. See, I'm smelling that vanilla, baby. It smells, I mean, not vanilla. That's what I put in his stuff. I didn't put that in mine. Because that particular one that they got here has sugar in it. But I smell a cinnamon stick is what I'm saying. If I could put everything I wanted to put in this, the way that this looks so nice and thick and creamy, but kind of liquid is the way I like it. So delicious. So delicious. Yeah, I've been cooking this a while. You're seeing little cuts of me. So this is done for sure. We're gonna add the maple syrup. I'm gonna actually measure, since I really can't see, since I'm making this for a couple of days, I'm gonna measure it actually. I'll measure with this spoon. I don't want to cook anymore. If I can just go shopping, like I said, I don't drive here because I don't have a vehicle, but I would get a certain kind of cinnamon. I want it to be the good powder, not the one that's the fake cinnamon that they sell. But I have to, like, my aunt does the food for me, and sometimes I don't want to have them buy certain things too expensive, you know. Okie dokie, it's ready to go. Let's see if I can do this fancy, because if you weren't looking, I would not use a ladle. I would just pour it. It's kind of getting thick on its own. Usually it's not. Let me show you. There you go. It's a little thicker than I like it, to be honest. I don't know what it is about me and having it a little bit liquidous, but that's just what it is. That's how I like it. Let's go. I never eat in rooms that I'm staying in. I just don't like to do it, but towards like the end of my uncle, like when he was getting worse, I started going in the room to eat because I needed to like regroup at times, and then I just started doing that. I don't know, something about me and eating in rooms I just don't like. I am so close. Okay, I'm gonna eat this and do some work. Come with me as I take my vitamins. So I have to take my vitamins. Push this all the way back here because I am anemic. So I got to take the vitamins. But I do like the more natural form of the vitamins. Okay. My iron here. I can't get this camera far enough. That's still, my head is still cut off. It is what it is. We're doing vitamins. That's all we're doing. Oh, let me show you. These are the vitamins. Big. Okay, and I have one more. Normally I take all three, but I just took the two bigger ones. It looks like it's on a thunderstorm again. Okay, we have things to do today. So I'm gonna cut this, like I told you. And I actually have a gimbal. My uncle who passed away recently, the one I told you about, he was into technology like crazy. And so I'm trying to see where I want to angle this. So he gave me a gimbal. He had two. I don't know where the other one is. But and then he has like a tall tripod. This is mine. I had this for my content from before. When I told you I do other content. So I already had this one. But anyway, I haven't set the gimbal up yet. But I had it forever. But now that I'm doing vlogging again. Like I said, I barely vlogged when I was in Ghana. But it was enough content to do a few episodes, if you will, on my other channel, and it was doing pretty well, but like always, I didn't have enough footage, so I had to stop. But anyway, we're gonna clean the dishes from earlier. All I do is wash dishes and cook and clean, but we're gonna do dishes, and then we're gonna cut this aloe. Okay, so I'm gonna clean the aloe and then I'm gonna cut it. I just realized the thing I'm gonna put it into, I need to wash it out. BRB. Okay, we have it all washed. It's good to save things like this, you know, you save it, you can use it again. This is a good one, it has a handle. Trying to get good angles for you, but let's see what I can do. I used to have my own aloe plant in Ghana. I'll cut from it every day. I knew it. I knew it. It's spoiling. See this right here? It's spoiling. You can't see it, but you can tell. You know, I could tell. It never work?
One of them work.
Oh, okay. Not much came out of it, you know? Yeah, I love sitting here, look out the window and see the birds. You know, Florida has its perks, you know, the South. Still gonna do some work. Yeah, I can't have you ignore the background. That's all my things there. I use all of them, so they're there. That little bowl has all my herbs. Remember, I'm a herbalist, so I take it seriously and I do it for myself as well. So my grandpa's getting ready for his appointment. I think it's a phone call, one of those appointments. And yeah, look how pretty the birds are. I talked to my mom. So the thing is, I talked to her on this phone, so I can't get that content unless I use my old phone to capture the content of me talking to her. Full of jokes, so she's funny. So maybe I should do it one day, try to capture those conversations. But in the meantime, I promise this is the first day in the life of me, so it's not gonna be all exciting. We have to start out one day, so we're doing it today. And so as the time progresses, we'll do more. It'll get better. Unless you're enjoying just the simple things. I know some people just like simple content. I'm one of those. I like both. I like excitement and I like all kind of vlogs. So I'm one for all of it. So I'm sure someone is enjoying this. And yeah, it'll get better. This is just one day. We have the rest of the week. And being that I started on a Friday, oh my God, the bird is so cute. Being that I started on a Friday, now I have to remember my schedule. So I'm going to put it down. And this is day one. So Fridays are my day one. Okay. It is what it is. You know, you gotta pick it up and just start. And that's what I decided to do. My mom keeps telling me, she kept telling me, oh, the angle is so bad. She kept telling me to vlog, you know, you talk a lot. Vlog. And it's not just her, by the way. If it was just her, then I'm like, maybe. But it was other people, and they weren't saying that I talk a lot. They were just saying, she was saying that though. But they're saying that, you know, I have one of my friends said I have this, I guess, charisma, I don't know, for the camera. So here we are. And I guess because she also saw my other content, and when I'm doing video calls with her, she sees me cooking and doing all those things. So she was like, you know, you should do it. You should do it. So here we are. So let me get to it. And I don't know if I'll pick it up later. We'll see, because I have other things to do later. But definitely tomorrow is day 2 only. So we're going to keep this going. I'm trying to see if I want a full week's worth of vlogging. I'm going to figure it out. You know, we have to just do things as we go. And I have footage from other things. I attempted this when I was in Virginia. You know, I attempted some vlogs. So I actually have footage of those things. I can insert it anytime. I don't think I will do that today, but whenever I'm talking about something, I can just throw back to that time. And I also still have the Ghana vlogs footage. So I can also throw back to that when I'm talking about Ghana or any experiences. Okay. And one more time, I'm going to say it again. If you want me to explain certain things a certain way, we do a Q&A where my thoughts are going to be more gathered, because now we have questions instead of me trying to say all of these stories that I have at one time, because the time frames and everything is just going to get jumbled up. Okay. Guys, my grandfather was doing the bicycle. He hasn't done something like that in a long time. So I did film him. I don't want him on camera. Maybe I'll just show the bottom half of him cycling, but come on, 98 and cycling. He's trying to, I mean, his back is just the only issue, you know what I mean? So I might put it in here, but it was pretty good. I was impressed. But now it's time to get him something to eat, so let's get to it right now. I have some leftover soup. It is Jamaican pea soup. That's what it is. It's pea soup. So I'm gonna reheat that, or heat it up, and then I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, he used to eat at 4, and now he eats at 3. As of the last maybe 2 weeks, I'm not sure. He changed it to 3. He's getting hungry earlier, so. So my aunt and I take turns doing the soup. She'll do the pea soup, and then I'll do the chicken soup. So tomorrow, because this is the last of the pea soup, I'm gonna do the chicken soup tomorrow. Pumpkin soup is what we say. Tomorrow. Don't be fooled by the bubbling. The bubbling needs to be hot. Like, we like our food super hot. So it has to be steaming hot for him to drink it. This is perfect. This is the pea soup. Take a look at how our pea soup looks. Oh, let's just turn the camera. Alright, I kind of miss eating this. I think I'm gonna go another week without eating this kind of food, but it's so good. There's less peas in this one because he likes it a little bit more runny. I like mine more rich, but we're gonna see how the steam is. This is how it has to be. Okay. Actually, let me go move that chair out the way. And then I had my uncle-in-law, but I call him my uncle because my aunt's been with him before I was even born, child. So he checked out the hose for me so I get to use it again. Let's put this here. Maybe I should take you outside for a second and show you how nice it is. And then I'll go back and, as usual, wash dishes. Go to the garage. It seems like it's still dripping. Okay. See how nice it is? 90 something degrees. Hey, could have got stung by that wasp. And they just wanna. God, these wasps. Why am I saying wasps like that? They're getting on my nerves. There's so many at the door, and no matter how many times you get rid of them, they just want to come back. It's like they mark their territory once they put their nest there. I'm gonna start to like water. Like I had stopped doing certain things, but I think I'm gonna start them again. Yeah, I'm gonna water. Let me show you. I didn't want to take I'm in my pajamas out here. I'll show you this at least. See that there? Yeah. Let me go back inside though. I'm in my PJs. Not that it's that serious, but you know, let me go back inside. It's a really nice day. It's always a nice day. Oh man. I got like going in the sand. I got like stuff in my slippers. So going back to this first day is gonna be like health and just regular things I do because I'm just having to need to pick up the camera more often. So I gotta get the hang of that, right? Sorry. Oh, I gotta get used to this too. I have to get the hang of that. And so that's why this first day is like that, but it's a week in my life, so I'm hoping that I cut enough of it out in order to fit the rest of the week where I'm not boring you with this first day, you know. And I do have a Patreon. The reason why I'm mentioning that because I got a notification, but that's for my tarot stuff, like to do tarot readings and stuff like that. And I do free content on there all the time. It's all free except for the readings that are personal, so you'll get everything on there for free because I'm like that. Maybe I'm too nice and I'm giving away things, but hey, that's just my heart. Okay, so I'm going to catch you later. Oh, when the cane starts to grow in, I'll show you. Right now we have a lot of dead cane because it wasn't being maintained before I came. So now the rain is coming a lot. New ones are starting to come up. So we're going to take out the dead ones and I'm going to start to do my part as much as I can in helping it to grow. Yeah, and I might plant some more things out there myself because that was already there. I might plant some things. We used to have things here back in the day, but just didn't get maintained. So yeah, okay. I gotta do my food. I did steak for myself yesterday, so I have leftover steak. Like I said, I eat early with him, but he's eating an hour earlier than normal. So I'm actually just going to take a handful of pumpkin seeds and eat that until I can eat my dinner later. I feel like I got bit up by mosquitoes out there. Are they coming around now? There weren't any mosquitoes before. But we're reaching June soon, so I suppose. Man, that short time I was out there, I feel like itchy. I hate itching. I really do. It's one of the things I really hate. So I have these pumpkin seeds here. Boring, but this is what I have to do in the meantime. While I get healthy, you know? Once in a while, I have to get boring. I like when I was finally having things under control. Last year, it was really good. But when I got here, things changed. I don't know why. And I went back to not feeling so great. So, working on it again. And when I tell you that I tried everything, I feel like I tried just about everything. Because remember, I've been dealing with this for so many years. So over the course of the years, I did so many different treatments to myself. And a couple of medical ones, even though they don't know what's wrong with me, they do know I'm anemic. But that came later on. That wasn't there before. And the loud TV is my grandpa. Yeah, so this is my hair. I've been growing it. Well, you see, when you braid your hair, it shrinks. But when I have it out, it's much longer. And then when I have it not curly, it's even longer. So it's it's a little past my top of my butt. It's really long. Or is it longer than that? I've lost track. I'm not gonna lie. But it's really long. And I've been growing it, I want to say 12 years. I always forget. It's around the time my second nephew was born. So I think 12 years. He's 12. He's having a birthday this month, actually. I think he's 13. You know what? I forget. I forget. After he reached 10, I just keep forgetting his age. How am I closing the dryer? I forgot. From yesterday. You're gonna see me in this outfit tomorrow. That's my home clothes, you know what I mean? I might have to change stuff. I'm gonna go do some things outside because the mosquitoes. I'm gonna have to wear something long.